Top performance, good camera, long support and manageable size make cheaper iPhone a bargain. Apple's latest iPhone SE is a surprise cut price marvel that revives a classic iPhone design and trounces every other mid-range phone in the process. The £419 iPhone SE takes the important bits of the iPhone 11, the processor and software, and shoehorns them into the body of an iPhone 8 from 2017. You get a phone design largely unchanged from the iPhone 6 of 2014, with the traditional home button, but the performance and longevity of a brand new Apple phone for £310 less than an iPhone 11. It's a tantalizing proposition, competing on price with a load of mid-range Android smartphones, including Google's Pixel 3a, but with top-level iPhone performance and service. The iPhone 8's design was tired in 2018 and it is no different today. The 2020 iPhone 6's 4.7 inches screen is tiny by today's standards, but the phone's body isn't, because it eschews the modern all-screen design in favor of the old large bezels and chunky chin and forehead. Simply put, there's a lot more phone than the small screen suggests. Those looking for a truly small phone such as the previous generation 4 inches iPhone SE will be disappointed. The dimensions and materials are an exact match for the iPhone 8. Glass front and back, aluminium sides, a Touch ID fingerprint scanner in the home button, a Lightning connector in the bottom but no headphone socket nor Face ID. At just 148 grams, the iPhone SE is super light, only 1 gram heavier than chief rival the Pixel 3a, and small by most modern metrics. The iPhone 11 is considerably bigger, at a full 12.5 mm longer and 8.4 mm wider, and weighing 194 grams. Still, the iPhone SE feels as solid and well-made as other iPhones, and I can comfortably use it with one hand. The iPhone SE doesn't support 5G. Specifications: screen, 4.7 inches Retina HD LCD, 326 pixels per inch. Processor, Apple A13 Bionic RAM, 3 GB storage, 64, 128 or 256 GB operating system, iOS 13. Camera, 12MP rear camera with OIS, 7MP front-facing camera. Connectivity, eSIM, LTE, Wi-Fi 6, NFC, Bluetooth 5, Lightning, and GPS. Water resistance, IP67, 1 meter up to 30 minutes. Dimensions, 138.4 by 67.3 by 7.3 millimeters. Weight, 148 grams. Same top performance as an iPhone 11. The iPhone SE has the same A13 Bionic processor as the iPhone 11 and performs similarly in day-to-day usage, which is a very good thing. It means that the iPhone SE should be a top performer for years to come. This iPhone may only cost £419, but it will beat practically everything else in raw processing power. Sadly, that performance comes at the price of battery life. The iPhone SE lasts 27 hours between charges, making it from 7 a.m. on day 1 until 10 a.m. on day 2, enough to reliably see the phone reach bedtime before needing to be plugged in. That's 1 hour longer than the iPhone 8, but 8 hours short of the iPhone 11. 3 hours of the 27 was spent on 4G, the rest connected to Wi-Fi. The screen was on for 3 hours, including 30 minutes of video, plus 4 hours of Spotify via Bluetooth headphones and about 20 photos. Charging the iPhone SE with the included 5W charger is seriously slow, reaching just 55% in 60 minutes and taking 2 hours 45 minutes to hit 100% from zero. With the £29 18W USB-C charger and £19 USB-C to Lightning cable that ships in the box with the iPhone 11 Pro, the iPhone SE hits 80% in an hour and a full charge in 2 hours 15 minutes. Any USB-C power delivery chargers of 18W or higher will achieve the same results and can be had for 1/3 of the cost. The phone has standard Qi wireless charging too. Apple slows charging to a crawl above 90%, meaning that it's probably not worth trying to charge the iPhone SE much beyond. It's also worth noting that iOS 13 includes a battery optimization feature, which is designed to learn your habits and only charge the battery past 80% just before you need it, helping to preserve it in the process. Apple does not give a rated life cycle for the iPhone 6 battery, typically 500 full charge cycles, but it can be replaced for £49. The phone is generally repairable, with the out-of-warranty service cost being £136.44 for the screen or £276.44 for other damage. Repair specialists iFixit gave the phone a repairability score of 6 out of 10. The iPhone SE has 100% recycled tin in the solder of its main logic board, 100% recycled rare earth elements in its vibration motor, and at least 35% recycled plastic in multiple components. Apple is also using renewable energy for final assembly of the phone, and breaks down the iPhone SE's environmental impact in its report. Apple also offers trade-in and free recycling schemes, including for non-Apple products. The iPhone SE comes out of the box with iOS 13.4.1, the same version of iOS running on Apple's more expensive iPhone 11 series and every other currently supported phone. The main differences between iOS on Apple's more expensive phones and the iPhone SE is simply the lack of gesture controls. Instead, the iPhone SE has the same button-based controls as older phones with Touch ID. It's quite jarring and slow-moving from gesture controls used on practically every modern smartphone back to a home button, but it will immediately be familiar to all those with an Apple smartphone pre-iPhone 10. You get the same dark mode, enhanced quick settings and enhanced privacy options as the iPhone 11. What's particularly notable in this mid-range price bracket is that Apple provides software support for its smartphones for far longer than most, averaging around 5 years from release. The best of even high-end rivals cap out at about 4 years, but phones in this price bracket are often supported for far less. It means you can safely use the iPhone SE for longer, as you will continue to get important security updates as well as new features via iOS version updates. Camera: the iPhone SE has a single 12-megapixel rear camera that is essentially identical to that used in the iPhone 8, but with the processing and smarts of the iPhone 11. The combination is really quite good. In good light, it's very difficult to tell the difference between photos shot on the iPhone SE and the iPhone 11 Pro, a phone costing more than twice as much. Images are well balanced, with good detail and color accuracy. In middle to low light, noise and grain are more prevalent and images can be fairly dark. The iPhone SE lacks Apple's night mode, which is a shame, but has the firm's portrait mode for people only. Video at up to 4K at 60 FPS is also very good, particularly at this price point. Overall, the rear camera is arguably only beaten by Google's amazing Pixel 3a at anywhere near this price point for still shots, and you have to spend a considerable amount of money to beat either one. The selfie camera is very good too, producing highly detailed and well-exposed shots in reasonable lighting, only getting a bit soft and dark in poor light. Observations: the haptics on the iPhone SE are simply fantastic. There's no headphone adapter in the box, but there is a set of Lightning ear pods. The stereo speakers are surprisingly good. You can't expand notifications through a long press on the lock screen like you can with every other iPhone, which is annoying. You can on notification pop-ups though. The iPhone SE is too short for some wireless charging. Stands price: the iPhone SE is available in black, white or red, costing £419 with 64 GB of storage, £469 with 128 GB and £569 with 256 GB. For comparison, the iPhone 11 costs £729, Google's Pixel 3a costs £299, the OnePlus 8 costs £599 and Samsung's Galaxy S20 costs £799. Verdict: we don't typically associate Apple with tremendous value, but that's what the iPhone SE is. What was tired in 2017 with the iPhone 8 has been revitalized in 2020 with a dramatic price cut and top-of-the-line processor. The combination is extremely potent. You get an iPhone for a much more palatable £419. The tried and trusted design is dated, but perfectly functional and easy to manage at this size. You get a good screen, okay battery life, a camera that's hard to beat at this price, wireless charging, water resistance and a build quality second to none. But the icing on the cake is the A13 processor and industry-leading software support that should see the iPhone SE receive at least 5 years of software updates. That means you can buy the iPhone SE and still be safely using it 5 years later. Not even Google's Pixel 3a will manage that. It's not perfect, of course, the battery life could be longer, the screen could be bigger or the body smaller, there's no headphone socket, no Face ID, and it takes ages to charge. Lovers of tiny 4 inches iPhones such as the previous iPhone SE will be disappointed by the size. But these issues are very easy to overlook at this price. The 2020 iPhone SE is the phone to buy for people who don't care about phones, who just want a phone to work well, not be too big and last a long time. At £419, the cheapest iPhone totally crushes the competition. If you don't want to spend £600 plus, this is the phone to buy. Period. Pros: lowest cost new iPhone, 5-year plus software support, A13 Bionic, wireless charging, good camera, top performance, easy to handle, water resistance, Touch ID, amazing value. Cons: battery life could be better, no headphone socket, no zoom camera, no Face ID, dated design, very slow charging. If you need to buy, please click the link below.